Good morning, children. How are you, children? I hope all of you are fine. Today, class for 8th class subject is physical science. Okay, you know that, children, we started the lesson force. Force is nothing but a push or pull. Again, the force is classified into two types. One is contact force and force at distance. Example for the contact force are muscular force, frictional force, normal force, tension. Next, force at distance are field force. Examples are nothing but magnetic force, electrostatic force, gravitational force. We already discussed about the magnetic force and electrostatic force. Now we are discussing about the gravitational force. Now we are discussing what? Gravitational force. Children, normally we observe that when a pen or a pencil is slipped from our hands, it is pulled toward the earth and it falls upon the earth's surface. So it is a general situation that happen in our daily life. Yes or not? When anything is slipped from our hands, immediately it falls upon the earth's surface. Not only you observe this phenomena when you throw any object like stone, ball, or any object in the air to certain height, when the object is reaching to certain height, again it is come back to that earth surface. Yes or not? So why any object always attracted to the earth surface? You observe that one when you throw any object in the air, all of the objects are attracted towards the earth surface only. And any object that slipped from our hands, that also attracted by the earth only. But when you place the object upon the table, that at the time that objects are not attracted by the earth. You know that one. Yes or not? So the gravitational force is nothing but the force of the earth, the force of the earth that acts upon the object, that acts upon the object and pulled them towards it is called as gravitational force. What? Gravitational force. Okay, the force of the earth that attracts or that acts upon any object and pull them towards it is called as gravitational force. So all objects or all living organisms attracted towards the earth because of the gravitational force. You know that the gravitational force not only exerts between the objects and earth, but also you and the blackboard, you and your teacher, you and any object. But why you can't experience? Why? Because nothing but the gravity of the earth is very more compared to your gravity. That's why you can't experience. Okay, always the attraction force is present in between the two objects. Either it may be you and blackboard, you and the wall of your classroom, and you and your friend, you and your teacher. But why you can't experience? The attraction force that is present in between you and any object is negligible when compared to the gravity of the earth. That's why we can't experience this type of force. Okay, so this is about the gravitational force. Children, you know about that one bar magnet, it's ayaskantam. In childhood, we play with magnets, and we are placing the magnets in soil. Yes or not? While you place the magnet in the soil, you may be observed that small iron fillings. What? Small iron fillings are attached to the magnets. Means small iron particles are attached to the magnet. You may be observed that one. That are called as powder of iron or iron fillings. So collect some iron fillings and take a bar magnet also. Take one white sheet paper. Okay, first you take one white sheet paper, spread the iron fillings on the paper and place the bar magnet beneath the white sheet paper. You observe that one the iron fillings on the paper are arranged in a particular manner or particular shape. ఒక షేప్ లాగా అరేంజ్ అయి ఉంటాయి. వై? బికాస్ నథింగ్ బట్ ఇట్ ఇండికేట్స్ దట్ వన్ మ్యాగ్నెటిక్ ఫీల్డ్. ఓకే, means nothing but magnetic field means nothing but the area in which the magnet can influence its force, that is called as a magnetic field. The area in which the magnet can influence its force is called as a magnetic field. So this is about the magnetic field. Next, normally we are applying forces to displace the object from one place to the another place. For example, you want to change the position of one of the heavy table in your room. Okay, you have to place that heavy table from one corner of the room to the another corner of that room, but the table is heavy. You apply some force on that table. You apply some of the force on the table, but the table cannot move. Why? Because nothing but the force that is exerted by you, it is not sufficient to displace the table. Immediately you call your brother and ask help to displace the table. Then now you and your brother are applying force on the table. At the time you observe that one, the table can move easily when you apply double force, means nothing but your force and your brother force. So the net force that is applied on the table is more. So that's why the table can easily move from one place to the another place. The table can easily move from one place to the another place. So what is the net force? F net is equal to F1, means nothing but the force that is applied by you plus F2. F2 is nothing but the force that is applied by the another person. So the net force is more. That's why you easily displace the position of the table. Remind that one, upon the any object always one type of force is not acting. At a time many forces are acting. Suppose when you place one of the book on the surface of the table, at the time from the ground of the earth, gravitational force is acting. Means from the downwards. From the upwards, we observe that when upon the book, normal force is acting. When the normal force is equal to the gravitational force, then the book is stably present on the table. Not only that one, in between the book and the table, frictional force also acting. If the frictional force is not there, the book may be slip from the table. Slip from the table. Suppose the table is very smooth. Then you place one of the object. At the time what you observe? The frictional force is very less. Then that object may be slide on the table and finally fall from the table. Yes or not? From this example we can say that one at a time upon the objects not only one force is acting, but also we observe that one so many type of forces are acting. Yes or not? Yes. At a time not only one force is acting, so many forces are acting upon the objects. Next one is nothing but listen carefully. Effect of force. Next one what? Effect of force on the state of the object. On the state of the object. Means nothing but position of the object. So suppose any object is position is not changing. Suppose you place one of the ball on the ground. The ball is not moving. It is simply present on the ground surface. Okay, it is not moving. Then we can say that one, the state of that ball is rest, means not in motion. Similarly, you observe that one of the ball on the surface of the ground slowly moving. At the time, what is the state of that ball? In motion. Why? Because nothing but the position of that ball is continuously changing. Now you can understand what is rest position, what is that one motion state. Rest position means nothing but the object which are present in stationary state. Means that means sthiranga undetivi, not in motion. Means moving means motion means nothing but the object position is continuously changing. Okay. So effect of force on the state of the object. Children, assume that one of the football is present on the surface of the playground in a rest position. Assume that one of the football is present on the surface of the playground in rest position. The position of that football is not changed until any player comes and kick the football. దాని యొక్క పొజిషన్ చేంజ్ అవుతుందా? కాదు. ఎప్పటి వరకు? అంటిల్ ఎనీ ప్లేయర్ కమ్స్ అండ్ కిక్ ఇట్. ఓకే, అంటిల్ ఎప్పటి వరకు అయితే ఏ ప్లేయర్ నా వచ్చి దాన్ని మీద ఫోర్స్ అప్లై చేసేంత వరకు. ఎస్ ఆర్ నాట్? ఎస్. నెక్స్ట్, then one of the player means your class boys are assume that your class boys are playing football. Okay, children, assume that one of the football is present on the surface of the playground in rest position, and 8th class boys are ready to play the football. Next, one of the player, Aravind, come and hit the ball with some force. Then what do you observe? The position of the ball is changed from rest to the motion. Yes or not? When Aravind applies some force on the football, then the position of the football is changed from rest to motion. Nothing but the force can change the state of the object. From this example, we can say that the force can change the state of the object. Either it may be rest to the motion. Okay, this is the one of the example. Next, not only that one, children, you are familiar with that one in childhood. You are playing with tire and stick. Yes or not? Assume that Jashwant is playing with tire and stick. When you hit the tire with stick, what do you observe? The tire is continuously moving. As you increase the force on the tire, the speed of the tire also increases. This indicates that as you apply more force on the object, as you apply more force on the moving object, the speed of the moving object also increases. Assume that Jashwant is playing with the tire and stick. He applies some force on the tire with the help of stick. We observe that the tire is continuously moving. When he increases the force on the tire, we also observe that the speed of the tire also increases. From this activity, we conclude that as we increase the applied force on the moving object, the speed of the object also increases. So this is the effect of force on the state of the object, and the effect of force on the moving objects. Okay, 8th class children, one time carefully read the lesson force by starting page. Okay, you can easily understand. Up to we discussed so many type of forces with examples, and some more activities are remain in the book. Okay, I think 2 or 3 activity we shall complete them in next class. Okay, up to that one carefully read the lesson. Okay, thank you children.